Hello guys, welcome back. You will all be fine, and today we are going to talk about the She-Her Ki 4th episode. As we saw in the previous episode that you have given freedom to the nation on its feet and she is so happy. It also does trekking in the last, but some samples come to kidnap her at the end of the day. Now in the beginning, we are also shown the night of the city of Los Angeles, which was amazing. After which we called a magician named Donnie place in the auditorium. Let's see who was hanging on the road in the air, and he calls this ad a secret ancient art. But people were clearly seeing his rod, so no one was so impressed by it because he was showing the same PT magic people have been seeing for years. Now people were getting bored. Dhoni and his bad assistant also had an idea. So one of the hot girls in the show calls such a volunteer on stage. Annie gives Madison a white rose and turns her into a red color. That is, no one claps on this track, refuses to listen, but seeing the reaction of the audience, he removes the sling ring of work cards from his pocket, which Wang and our Dr. Strange also use. Was it? We will further know that seeing this portal, there was a wave of happiness among the audience and now everyone was clapping. Then Madison goes to that portal and all the public becomes happy. Joe Most was consuming alcohol while listening to music in his room. But then a portal opens on his head in which the head medicine comes with Q Manhattan in one hand. We were very surprised to see the medicine. When she asks her to tell about her, she starts telling that she was born in Fort Lauderdale, but her father lives in Phoenix. But according to medicine, she had gone to another dimension where she used to be dirty. Now hearing this, she bursts because after Spider-Man in multiverse years, the forest became very cautious and serious in all these cases. I was watching a series called Pranance, whose suspense medicine she tells them. Now medicine did not remember the address of her house. She started watching the series with them. Next we see Jennifer, who was breaking the fourth wall and telling us that in the first scene we saw Vaughn. Then Jennifer's father Morris comes there because the previous states attacked Jennifer. He was afraid of her. So he had also brought a ground digger shovel with the new lock camera alarm system police spray so that if she takes someone's life while fighting lightly, then he can bury the corpses in the ground, but was explaining to his dad that she is She-Hulk. So there is nothing to worry about. But that is dad. They start getting angry at Jennifer because she did not complain to the police of those goons. If the police do not take any action, then they did not go to the police. Morris also understands that now no one can spoil their daughter because she is a right. I was making an ID on the website in the name of voter. By the way, let me tell you that there is a dating site. Understand friends, you are looking for love to Jennifer mom. Then it comes to read there and both start watching Sheha's interview. The magical Chakri comes out of the Chakri and comes in front of them because he wanted legal advice from Shika. The form was strange and explaining to Mr. Hull that a false magician named Dhoni was showing false magic to the people. But if his shop did not run, he was telling them. He tells us that he was a student of elusive art in his ashram, but he was expelled from there in just a week because he used magic to call his brother's dog to work in the Taj. So they asked him to do it. Had to be kicked and removed from there. But after coming out, Donnie is showing his taught magic to the common people, and you and he are sending innocent people to another dimension where the lives of those people can also be in danger. It was said that Dhoni's magic is not in control and Dhoni is not stopped. Then there will be a big crisis in the future. He starts asking Walk. He has not signed any paper from Dhoni, so that he uses his magic elsewhere. But according to him, he does not sign any kind of agreement from any student because all the students swear to use the elusive arts only at the time of need. But She Circles wanted it in Assam written, which won. He tells him more about his organization, that he is a representative of a divine power who follows the rules of time-space. Mr. Hull does not understand the things there because America's law runs according to the books of his constitutional law. But she thinks that she is asking her about the Book of and Peace. Well, she takes Kwang's magical visiting card because now Wang is her client. After that he leaves with swag. Toshi was also impressed at night, sitting with the Chuni and preparing Wang's legal notice. Milliliter Aishi was also completing the parole file of the mission, when a 9 person comes there and tries to flirt with both of them. But she drives away both of them by saying that she is busy with work right now, asks her life to show her profile to her. First of all, Nikki gets angry after seeing Jan's profile pic because Jan had put a photo in the office dress that all the boys you were doing the rights because after selecting 500 boys, they will get matches from third people. These two should try this date in Gap in India. Jan does not want to date by the name of Shri Hal. Sometimes Jan gets a match, meaning you will go to Zande. The next day Shika and Walk came to Donnie's office. They give her a legal notice that they are now among the public. Kamath will not do today's magic, but Nadu does not listen to him nor his bad assistant because he thought that magic is an 8 and 8 has no copyright, but does not tell Shivpal that 8 is ever copyrighted in America. Tony shows Wong the magic of the little child and provokes him that he is a better magician than him. Now Wang sauce juice of Supreme, which will do good magic from that sample even while sleeping. But Wang takes Dhoni's point to heart and he has real magic. It was about to show some sample of a light stops Wang from doing magic and Sandhis gives a notice to Dhoni and asks him to come to the court. Before leaving, Worm shows these two names one by one, which both Dhoni and his system was surprised to see. He was showing himself cool by selling because he had been living in New York for 14 days and he also lies to the people of Los Angeles when Janus tells the sample his qualification and also tells him that he has superpower. Then the man does not pay attention to these things because he just came to drink free beer. That is, Jan also paid the bill of both of them. Now the next day in the court, she was explaining to every judge that Dhoni's magic kernel is dangerous for the people. But the judge, if she does not trust her words, then she speaks to She Circles to present evidence. Then he calls medicine with the help of Wong in the court, which was calling Wong to the forest house. It seems that Dhoni had sent him to another dimension where he had both fear and fun. So both of them have time to argue to the judge that magic has both fear and fun and so magic has no copyright, but the cities explains to the judge that this is not a magic trick. The real magic puts people in danger, which they now feel that She-Hulk is calling her magic fake. Then in the court, the judge starts showing magic as well as I am showing his magic. The assistant and his lawyer also take part in this drama. If the church also agrees with this, then it stands up and understands the church that these specimens are using Jesus' magic. Even the gods do not use it. After listening to his long and strong speech, the judge asks him to present more evidence, only after which she will decide anything. Till then she allows Dhoni to continue his magic show, after which Varg leaves the place talking about the series with medicine that he was initially watching. By calling near the night, she asks about his date of color, but Jan has no one except that sample. If the match did not come, Nikki's call was cut and the agency changes it to a new account in the name of She, in which she gets a lot of matches at once and she decides that she will meet them all today because she is confident that even today she will get all the samples. So first of all she meets a bodybuilder who was only talking about weightlifting and gymming. Then She-Hulk drives her away from there. The story was boring Sinhal. She also drives him away from there. The second sample goes out of there. Then it was quite acquired. In 4 type, she meets a doctor whose body was also amazing and more important that doctor wanted to hear the city, not was chatting like the rest. She-Her's heart falls on this doctor. The same night we see him in his magic show, which is to choose a volunteer from the audience and send him to a portal. But that volunteer refuses to go to that portal because Dhoni had done the earlier magic with his friend. Christmas had voted for his friend in another city. So Dhoni closes the firewall and tries something new this time and the pigeon of another dimension brings to this world. That pigeon immediately comes in the hands of that volunteer and gives an egg, seeing that an oblek is born from that egg, seeing which she is afraid of the volunteer and here. But who is not another? The portal sends that pigeon and goblin to their dimensions of the shell, but is not able to close them. The portal that causes a lot of government to come to the theater. Hai Wang had agreed to help him because the responsibility of the piece of this remand is on his own shoulders. The form asks Dhoni to call the city. Do you get busy flirting with the doctor? If the wine falls on the doctor's shirt, then the honey throws the doctor's t-shirt in the corner. There was going to be a movement between the two of you that there was going to be a movement between the two that there was a Wong Akrashi from the portal. But he was not dying. Even from Wang, the portal of the second dimension was not closing. So he opens the portal of the Himalayan region and starts sending everyone to the Himalayas. After this fight scene, she falls directly on the doctor, after which she lifts the doctor in her lap and goes to the room. But seeing Dr. She circles as Jan was fond of seeing and he goes from there, meaning it was only a one-night stand. But Jan was sure that the doctor would definitely come into his life, only then his double survives. Then he feels that the doctor has come to give him a good kiss, but in front of the door, a delivery boy gives him a court summons. Now this stuff has been sent by the first episode Titanium. If the name of the serial has been trademarked in her name, then JENB she cannot use the light name. Tells us that she will bring this insurance to the destination in her next episode. Now a good bonding has also been formed between them and both are talking about some special drinks. Where this episode ends, you will definitely tell us by commenting on how the video felt. Do not forget to like and share these videos at all. So now let's meet next.